I'm Jack today, and for me, hunting's a passion that runs bone deep.
Yep, there you go. You got a pig.
It's about sourcing food,
Yeah, it's a good pork.
hanging with mates, and challenging myself in the wild landscapes of New Zealand. So I'm heading on a roadie to take in some of the best hunting that this country has to offer.
Bang.
So come with me to meet and hunt with the Wild Kai legends. Today on Wild Kai Legends, I'm heading to Owhango, just outside of Taumaranui. The locals have got an epic hunt planned for me. It involves deer and pig. We'll be sharing the kai we catch with the local community
Good well. Kia ora, bro. Smile a bit.
and sharing our knowledge with some young up-and-comers.
Just hold his feet up. Yep, that's the one.
And my new dog Nico is getting his first outing on a hunt. It's all about new blood and the lessons they can learn from old hands. Meet this episode's legend, Baldy Haitana, a hunting super freak who's been scouring this area since childhood and providing food for the locals.
Where's the dogs, boy?
Then I'll be handed on to Smiler,
Yeah, bro.
a trusted guide who reckons he can lead me to a deer.
So just heading down to King Country. I've passed through here a few times but never actually stopped and had a look around. So I haven't hunted down here either, obviously, but I've got the dogs in the back. I've got my little pup Nico. Been doing a lot of kind of bush walks and stream crossings and stuff with him, but he's never actually seen a pig before. So if we get out on a pig hunt, it'll be quite cool to see how he goes, if he's got it in him or if he's just going to be a 30-kilo lap dog. But here's hoping I'll be impressed.
And for a first hunt, she's a challenge. The mountainous landscapes around Owhango will test any dog's fitness, let alone a first-timer like Nico.
Looks like Baldy's brought a few of the whānau out. It could be a good thing, maybe he thinks we got a lot to carry.
She's a good turnout to greet me, and I'm hoping it's not a Deliverance-themed hunting party.
Right, what's the plan?
Oh, what? Adam's the man with the plan. And,
So I got my pup, he's probably about 7.5 months, but it's been too hot to start him up north. He hasn't seen a pig before.
Aye.
Been just going through the bush and crossing creeks and ruddy road, but yeah, yet to have a bark and
Fingers
stuff.
crossed we'll get on to something. At least a goat anyway.
So it's out of the box and collars on for a first-time hunt for Nico. Same goes for Tawa, who'll be hunting with new dogs today. First thing to do is get them together with the other dogs. Become part of a pack. They'll be working as a team today, although Nico will be staying close to my side. I've got a couple of separate parties working on this pig hunt today. I'll be heading up with Baldy and the kids, hiking up this magnificent ridge, while the old fella and his nephew stay below in case the pig loops around and head back down towards home base. Today we're tackling more than just challenging terrain. New dogs, kids, and a large hunting posse. We've got the odds stacked against us. I've been a bit worried that old Nico might balls things up for the group. But so far, my new pup hasn't put a foot wrong.
I was a little concerned he might be too puppyish and try and play with the other dogs and distract them, and not that a good dog knows its job, but he could still get in the way. But he seems to be just doing what everyone else is doing, which is good.
Local pest control officers have set up a system to allow hunters to know that there's been pigs around. A long ribbon signals that the eco officers have seen sign here, while a short one indicates that they've set rat bait. With pigs considered a threat to the native bush, hunters and eco officers work together to keep the bush protected. We're a couple of hours into the trek when the dogs get wind of something. Their behaviour indicates there could be pigs nearby, or further up in the forest.
So there's a bit of scent on the ear, And I don't know if there's no real breeze in here, but there might be a little bit coming down the gully. So any luck, we might walk up into some of that sign that they're kind of nosing up at.
Looks like Tawa is onto something, which happens to be up a bloody steep hill.
Tawa's 110 metres straight up this hill. This steep ass face. So he wouldn't go 110 metres for nothing. Whether it's a pig or he's chasing a deer, I don't know, but he's 120 up there and he's tracking around, so something's been around.
All signs indicate Tawa's tracking pig scent, but he's headed uphill fast, and the hills are so challenging that getting to him is going to mean a hell of a climb. But this hunt offers much more than just the chance to catch a beast. For Baldy, it's not just about getting a feed. It's also about imparting some hard-earned knowledge to the kids who've joined us. And one of the key things he's keen to teach them is staying out of harm's way.
Yeah, come here, Timmy, and you. Who was crawling along through there?
Oh,
Why don't you go through there?
I might get stuck.
No. Okay, so if the dog's got a pig up there and it runs down here and you fellas are in there, what's going to happen?
Well, you smashed over.
If you're lucky. If you're lucky. So when you see us go over those, what they call windfalls, don't go under them, because the only one who goes through there is the pigs. And they know their tracks, they know the bush better than you and me. So when the dogs get on, they come ploughing through there. And if you're crawling through,
You get smashed.
they're not worried about you fellas, boys, They're trying to get away, because they don't want to be sitting next to a bit of puha and watercress.
Comes with its challenges, having a few people in the bush, me training a puppy and him training his young fellas as well, so we're stomping around a bit. But once we get up high, and we're at the head of this gully, and we should get a little bit of breeze coming up the gully, at least our sound will be being dragged away from everything, and hopefully the scent will be being dragged into our dogs, so we'll give that a go. Go up the hill.
Suddenly, there's a sign of action. The dogs have picked up their pace,
Well, I just lost comms with Tess again.
but whatever they have hit has spun and is breaking downhill.
Shut up. Shush, shush. Kepi, copy, over.
What's up, one of the dogs over there?
The dogs have taken off and looped around. It's all hands on deck now. They say not to make noise in the bush, but sometimes it works for you.
Where's the dogs, boy?
Our large hunting party and the dogs have conspired to turn the pigs around and send them down the gully.
Oh, which creek? Down there?
Yep.
Oh, let's go.
Yep.
Come on in.
Luckily, there's a seasoned hunter down there who's more than ready to take care of the business.
Kepi, got a copy? Copy, Kepi.
And Baldy keeps in contact with the party who's stationed at the bottom of the hill.
Hey, we lost the dogs. Last time we got was lost comms in the creek, 600 metres from us towards you guys. Can you copy that?
Old Baldy's just been informed that our 78-year-old mate down the bottom of the hill is taking care of the pig for us.
You buying that box, are you?
You know, he's got the ball in the creek. Oh, a young bull. Yes, he's already got it.
Who's that, the old fella?
Well, he's happy,
What a legend.
78 years old and what? Beating the muckle.
So we lost comms on the dogs about 600-700 metres up the gully, and then we were hightailing it down, and apparently the old fella who's hobbling along with us was down there by himself and heard the dogs barking, ran in there, stuck the pig, gutted it and carried it out to the track. So he's done all the hard work for us. We'll go walk down to the track and go home. Pig in the bag.
Not a lot of action up top,
You got a bear?
but the kids have learnt a lot. And down below, there's a pig waiting.
Say that.
Carried it even. Here we are hiking around the hills.
So it's definitely worthwhile getting up early and coming for a walk.
Yeah.
But and I see Mata's cleaned it all out for us.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you do with all the innards? You chuck them in the creek or?
Special custom for us, and it's good that the mokos are here because they already know. We get the heart and we hang it in the tree. The heart is special. That's the wairu of the animal, same as us. And so we give that back to the Ngāti.
I mean.
And our teachings from our old people is to waka hoki anō. Nei, the whakamanoa o te taonga he kai. Ne? Nothing else but kai.
Yeah. And it paid off?
Yeah. Ko mana whenua. You know your land,
Yeah,
you know your bush,
yeah.
you know which
That's what
way you're going
happens.
to go. Yeah, and they did. So I was just in the right place at the right time. So called experience, I think.
Yeah.
78 years of it. So, so this afternoon we're going to look for deer.
Ah, sounds cool. Looking forward to it. I've been part of a party that's been bushwhacking for a feed. We've taught a bunch of local kids some new skills and scared a pig into the arms of an elder statesman waiting at the bottom of the gorge.
Can you copy that?
Realize got the ball in the creek. And he's got a boy in that box.
You got a bear?
But one pig won't quite do the job, especially when you're providing for a community. There's more than just pigs in the bush, and Baldy's keen to introduce me to another local legend, Smiler, who knows a thing or two about deer around here.
Oh, we're pulling up the road here. Some deer up here, we'll just park up and walk around to their clearing up there.
Oh, yeah.
Have a look here.
So what's good? Do we want to go one truck, two trucks, or?
Or take 2 ways so you fit everyone there.
Yeah.
Once again, the major challenge we'll face is the landscape. There's not a lot of cover with these big open cutovers, but Smiler's got a plan.
So all good, bro. We'll just go up here. Just walk up the road there, and there's a couple of big clearings up there.
Oh, okay, like when you go around and there's, I can see the top of the hill there, like over there.
No, over that one, bro. And we usually see them there.
Yeah.
A few fellow there.
Oh, sweet, yeah.
Once again, it's a large hunting party, which also makes it difficult to stalk a deer. But it's important we bring these kids into the fold and teach them how to source a feed in their backyards. We've just arrived at the location and there's some good signs straight away. Some movement in the bush has caught our attention, as the stags are scraping their velvet this time of year.
We'll just mosey up to that knob, just pretty close to it, but and just pop our head up and have a look over. And it could be a goat having a munch, or if it's a deer, then we're lucky. What do you reckon? That's a good plan, Chris? Good plan, mate.
Goats. Nothing we're interested in today. We'll muster them off in the right direction. No point spooking the deer, which is what we're really after.
Just watch your feet as we cross the road. You don't kick a big rock or anything. Come over here. There's a deer down there. The brush just seems to stay over this side, and then we'll mosey up real slow.
It's not quite bush stalking, but it only takes one twig to snap loud enough and the deer are gone.
See that knob there? A little bit this way, straight down, walking down into the gully. So we'll probably, like on our knees, go over to the edge, because you'll be straight down the bottom. that was a hit.
So where was he, on the bottom of that slip?
He was, yeah, see that slip? And then there's that nice grass.
Yeah, yeah.
He's down in there.
All good. I'll head around that way. Go down there. Which way he's going to go? You're going to go down that way?
Whatever, you're the pro.
No, I'm just the guy to find the deer.
Looks like it's you and me, bruh.
That's another beast to add to Baldy's pot. Time to head down, clean up, and get the deer out of there. And she's another chance to pass on some knowledge to the young folk of the area. I remember going through this myself, and any chance you get to learn something new is invaluable.
Hold his feet.
By the time he hits his early teens, I'll wager young Te Taitanga here will be able to fend for himself in the bush.
Just hold his feet up. Yep, that's the one. Little tree. At least he'll be happy.
And the pleasure of the shots paid off by the pleasure of the carry.
We've gone about 15 metres. That's less the hike of, less the pig hunt this morning. Let's see what the bro's plan is. He might go and dump this somewhere and either keep going or go and get the truck and pick it up. Or carry it all the way out.
What we're fighting now is how much light we've got left. With a little under an hour to go before night falls, we've got a small window to bag one more animal. We're time poor, so it's a case of riding on the back of the ute. If I spot anything, it'll be a quick tap on the roof, and hopefully a shot at an animal.
Oh no, goats. Goats.
You see something over here?
Finally in the distance, we see what we're after. But they're just young deer and too far away. There's a good chance I'd miss my shot at this distance. I've got a shoot to kill philosophy, and if I'm not 100% sure I can take a deer's life, I'm not going to take the risk of sending it back into the bush wounded. As night falls, it's time to head back and collect our deer. Baldy was pretty keen on getting 3 beasts for the event they've got coming up here. But as the old saying goes, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Well, she was a pretty successful day. Pork in the morning, tea in the afternoon.
All good?
Yeah, bit cold. Yeah, well, we'll see you fellas in the morning, I suppose, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Visiting the isolated Owhango community in the middle of the North Island, I've had a pearler of a time. A pig and a deer in a single day. Can't complain. Won't complain. Loving it.
Just hold his feet up. Yep, that's the one.
Passed on some knowledge and absorbed a fair bit too. She's been a great way to see out the season.
Oh no, goats.
But there's always time for a feed. It's been a hard day of hunting, and we've come back with some good rewards.
What on up?
But most of this meat will be used for the big tribal meeting that's coming up. We'll take a little bit of this deer for ourselves, and old Baldy's got a bit of a treat he brought along to add to the feast.
Oh, me?
Some fresh trout.
Where'd those ones come from?
Lake Taupo.
I don't have any idea what to do with the trout, so we'll keep the master on the job and I'll whack these eye fillets out and we'll have ourselves a breakfast of champions.
I may not know much about preparing trout, but I know my favourite cut, eye fillet. Sweet, tender, and ideal for what I've got in mind. Some tasty burritos. Bringing a bit of Mexican flavour down to the small Owhango community. With the trout taken care of, Baldy's turned his attention to the meat. For Baldy, gathering food has been a part of his life since he was a young one. And he's always done it to serve his people.
We had 16 in my family, and my old man was never at home. He was always out working. We'd go and help mum and catch the eels, catch the trout. This fellow would be the same. And you'd be in the one creek tickling and you see all the river dirty. Oh, there's someone else is up there. Like in all tribes, you have your hierarchy. Others will cook it and others will sit down with the minister and do all the talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, it works well.
Yeah.
It's looking like we've got a good feed cooking up, but there's an additional ingredient that needs to be added to keep these Owhango boys happy.
You know, Jack, it's traditional. Hey, it's traditional.
Traditional.
That you don't have a fried feed without eggs.
If you like them all messy and scrambled and in a bit of a heap in the corner of the hot plate, then I'm the expert.
Finishing off, we've got a few of those eggs old Baldy likes so much. A couple of burritos and a nice salsa to finish off the meal. Time to get this feast on a plate.
So it's real cool that we could come along with the hunt and see how you fellas are handing down all your hunting skills and traditions and stuff to your young fellas. It's been really cool, so thank you for that opportunity.
No, we need to thank you for giving us the opportunity to express to you guys how we're trying to manaki and bring up our young people.
Oh, me. Of course.
Thanks for coming.
Ah, wicked. And that's a wrap.
Just hold his feet up. Yep, that's the one.